habits every strong woman keeps.
Thank you, Danielle. The 3 habits that every strong woman should keep are cavalry counter-tactics, rapid advance, and smoking that bomb-ass, dank-ass Kush.
Blunt after blunt after blunt after blunt after blunt after blunt.
What's up guys, Blade Master here, going to be bringing you another Total War Rome 2 online battle. This is again played in Blade Balance mod, and if you guys don't know what that mod is, it is a mod created by me and Aronco to refine the multiplayer experience. A description of the mod and a link to it will be provided in the description of the video, and a link to play some battles and find some other battles with people playing Blade Balance mod will be provided in the description as well. So yeah, you guys should go ahead and check it out. This is another really cool battle. This is a 1v1 that I fought against Bobby, and in this battle I have taken Egypt and he has taken Parthia. This video is going to be pretty special because it's going to be looking at a couple or 2 or 3 different units that are unique to Egypt, and some of whom have been buffed in Blade Balance. The first is the Egyptian cavalry. Now the Egyptian cavalry are, as you can see, on camels. I decided to change them. This is one of those kind of weird changes that I decided to make, but I think it will really help the Egyptian cavalry. I always wanted to have a proper good spear camel unit, melee cavalry unit in Total War Rome 2, and we didn't have any. The best that we got were the fucking camel spearmen, and they suck. So I decided to put, in keeping with the Egyptian theme, get camels for the Egyptian cavalry. That increases their mass. Their weight is increased by camels, so their charge bonus is slightly better, but more than anything else, they now scare horses, which is really cool. The second really cool unit that is also unique to Egypt that we're going to be looking at are these beautiful ladies, the mercenary Kushite shield women. The mercenary Kushites are not buffed at all in Blade Balance. They are left relatively the same, but they're unique to Egypt and they're awesome. They're really cool. The only civilized faction spear unit that has cavalry counter tactics, I think, and they also have square and rapid advance. On top of being light, it means that they can reach top speeds. They can reach really quick speeds and support even far away engagements in a matter of seconds. Of course, there is the downside of using rapid advance, which makes them completely exhausted, but honestly, you can use rapid advance, get them to someplace in a hurry, and then pop cavalry counter tactics to kind of negate the negative impacts of rapid advance on their tired system. So the third unit that we're going to be looking at are the Galatian Royal Guard. These are units that we hardly ever saw because they are very strong, but Egypt itself wasn't a very strong faction, and there was no real reason to bring these guys. But now, oddly enough, now that the Royal Pelters have been buffed in Blade Balance, now that they're, not dog shit, they're actually pretty decent. You also can afford to bring Galatian Royal Guard because you can afford for one unit to fuck up in your elite infantry, and the other one can kind of pick up the pieces. So here, Bobby has brought Parthia. He's brought a total of 4 cataphracts, whom he's spreading out now. But he's got one Eastern cataphract that is going to charge straight into my general. This is absolutely terrible. This is just the worst start for in this game that I can possibly have. I brought some Egyptian pikemen as well, and some Nubian bowmen, and a very Egyptian line, some Egyptian javelinmen as well. But now his cataphracts have completely destroyed one Nubian bowman. I popped my guys into shield one and popped use the whip as well, and all in all, all across the field there are engagements going on. The Eastern cataphracts have been caught by Egyptian cavalry. I've already brought my mercenary Kushite shield women, and they're actually going to do pretty decently now. They've already got a 20 base bonus versus large, and here I'm going to use my Egyptian cavalry in diamond to negate the negative effects of that charge from the Eastern cataphracts, and now I'm going to pop rapid advance on these mercenary Kushite shield women, and look at how quickly they're fucking going. Holy shit, they're quick as fuck. And I'm also going to pop cavalry counter tactics too, so that gives them a huge 60 bonus versus large. Now they are just insane. Look at the number of kills there. Holy shit, 16, 18 kills, 19 kills on Eastern cataphracts in a matter of seconds, literal matter of seconds. So these Kushite shield women also have cavalry counter tactics on. The Eastern cataphracts are starting to waver at 28 men because of the scare tactics or the scare ability of the Egyptian cavalry, and they're wavering. They've routed at 23 units. That's crazy. And now the Parthian swordsmen have come into support. He's got a line of Parthian swords now. And my Kushite shield women have fucked up that Eastern Cataphract. 35 kills on Eastern Cataphracts in a matter of seconds. Pulling back my Egyptian cavalry, my other mercenary Kushite shield women has also gotten a single experience chevron. These are really fine ladies. I mean, these ladies are really, really fucking good at taking out horses. My Royal Peltis here is going to get destroyed by these Parthian swordsmen. My Egyptian cavalry is trying to just hold down the line, get some kills on the Parthian swordsmen. Meanwhile, my Egyptian javelinmen, whom I kept on the flanks, is being charged by the Royal Cataphracts General. I'm coming in with a Galatian Royal Guard to help support, and they're doing quite a number on those units. On those Royal Cataphracts. On the right-hand side, my Galatian Royal Guard has completely destroyed the Parthian swords line, I believe. Bobby made a mistake in bringing some camel spearmen as well. Those are not good units at all. His Parthian foot archers are just going to slaughter my Egyptian cavalry while they come into charge. He's bringing a hillman to negate the charge, but I'm managing to get some charges in on the Parthian foot archers. And despite the fact that they're only medium, the Egyptian cavalry do a lot of damage on the charge. As you can see here, getting 60 kills. And I'm supporting with one of my Egyptian pikemen on the other side, just trying to corral these Parthian foot archers. But the Egyptian pikemen can't really do anything by themselves. They haven't gotten any kills in this game. I also brought a couple of Levithuria spears, who did a decent bit of damage, 31 kills. They and the mercenary Kushite shield women are why I have managed to kill off the very deadly Eastern Cataphracts. Here again, popping rapid advance so that they can catch the mercenary Sarmatian horse archers, who Bobby brought like 4 of them. And they are they easily catch up to these mercenary Sarmatians. And now that they catch them up, now that they've caught up to them, the Sarmatians are basically right. 78 kills on them, 81. It's just going to keep racking up. They don't even have cavalry counterattacks now. They don't even give a shit. But the mercenary Sarmatians are just shit units in terms of melee capabilities. And when you pair them up against, some mercenary Kushite shield women, the Sarmatian horse archers are dead. The Galatian Royal Guard helped support my general, and now I'm going to pop headhunt on them. They've gotten 110 kills. They've done really, really well. The other one has also popped headhunt, but now it's dissipated because I wanted to catch the general. The Royal Cataphracts General only has 18 men left now. The Egyptian cavalry here getting a single experience chevron, holding down a lot of these hillmen and these Parthian foot archers so that my mercenary Kushite shield women, these women can come back into the fight. But they're about to get charged, and this is the one huge weakness of the mercenary Kushites. If they get charged at by a cataphract unit like this, they're going to just die. They're going to get completely slaughtered. They're only light. They don't have good health. They only have 50 health. Compare that to the Levithurias only have 50 health. But the Levithurias themselves have a very special function in throwing javelins. So usually you would see units have around 55. They are very cheap, the mercenary Kushites, only like 380 talents. I believe, no, they're like 450 talents. No, yeah, they're a bit more expensive. They're like 450 talents. You would want a unit to have like 55 health, but they make up for that with their special abilities, which is why I think they're such a cool unit. Now, Bobby is left with a bunch of Parthian foot archers. My general has somehow managed to, withstand all that damage. The Royal Pelt is going to corral these Parthian foot archers finally. My Galatian Royal Guard has gotten... Oh, my general recently died. Fuck. That's why the Kushite shield women and the Levithurias just completely routed like they did. The Royal Pelt is here about to get a double XP, and my Galatian Royal Guard going to kill off the Parthian swordsmen. They only have 65 men versus some 80 on the Parthian swordsmen, but they still will do very well. The Royal Cataphracts getting a rear charge on my general, and that's about it. But I've used the whip. So, at the very least, they might be able to get some cheeky kills on the Royal Cataphracts. Meanwhile, one of my strained Nubian bowman is going to come in and fire in from the distance, kill off the Royal Cataphract General. And he's only got some Parthian foot archers left, and this hillman that is going to completely get slaughtered versus my Galatian Royal Guard. His mercenary Sarmatian horse archers haven't done too much so far, but I don't have any archers left. I mean, this one Nubian bowman is there, but what is it really going to do against 3 or 4 Sarmatian horse archers? Thankfully, though, I have 2 of these Galatian Royal Guard who themselves have encouraged, so they can provide some pretty crucial morale benefits to the rest of my units. And they are at the very, at the end of the day, they have a lot of men remaining, so it's going to be pretty hard for Bobby to fire in with his Sarmatian horse archers and completely kill off all of these units. I do have one Egyptian pikeman at 83 men left. That's just at the other side. Just decided to take a nice little stroll through the grassy plains of Nemetisena. I'm sorry for the Nemetisena battles so far. I think the last 5 videos have been Nemetisena, maybe even more. But more than anything, I just kind of wanted to show you guys the differences in blade balance and the new changes. The Mercenary Kushites have just done so well, and I think Namadasan is probably the best place for them. 130 kills with a double XP chevron. They are exhausted now, and they have excellent morale. 60 morale for a unit that cheap is very good. I don't think these units really need any changes. The Mercenary Kushite Shield Women, I think they're very good as it is. The unit that I will be making a change to is the Mercenary Leopard Warriors. I think I might give them something. Maybe, I don't know if they have the Scare Horses trait. If they don't, I'll give them the Scare Horses as well. And maybe give them Cavalry Counter Tactics. But I think giving them Cavalry Counter Tactics is a no-brainer. Here, it is going to be pretty interesting to see now the Sarmatian Horse Archers firing up against my Galatian Royal Guard, who don't have the greatest missile block chance. I think Bobby did a good job in holding off the ammo of all of his Horse Archers until now. And the Galatian Royal Guard are really going to eat it. They are not going to do very well. The Sarmatian Horse Archers, it's going to be very easy for them to pull away. I do have this one Nubian Bowman that's like trying to cheekily fire into the one remaining Parthian Foot Archer that's remaining for Booby. And the Parthian Foot Archer is basically dead. I don't think they have any ammo left. They've done very well. They've gotten 126, almost going to get a double XP chevron. But my Nubian Bowmen themselves have done very well. This is a very Egyptian army that I brought, like almost uniquely Egyptian. The only unit that was that is not unique was the Royal Peltis General. So I used the Rapid Advance ability on the Kushite Shield Women again. Didn't work. They're now exhausted and they're just going to take it. They're basically dead. But you know what? If it's these cheap units that the Sarmatian Horse Archers attack and try and kill off, that's okay with me. My Galatian Royal Guard is still remaining. They got some Sarmatian Horse Archers with their Cavalry Counter Tactics, and now they're going to come in for a final Cavalry Counter Tactics against this Sarmatian Horse Archer. And it's goodbye, Sarmatian Horse Archer. And well played to Bobby. I think this is around 7 seconds left in this battle. Costly victory to me. Very fun game. And you know, just wanted to highlight the Mercenary Kushite Shield Women. They did so well. The Galatian Royal Guard as well did pretty decently. I mean, I needed these units at the end of the day, otherwise I wouldn't have won. Because the Parthian, he brought like 4 Parthian swordsmen, and you know, if I only brought Royal Peltis and like some Mercenary Leopard Warriors or something like that, wouldn't have won. Wouldn't have come close to winning this game. Egyptian Javelin Men too did pretty decently. They are very cool units. I mean, they're unique, very cheap, and they also have 32 missile damage, so they're very good as a very cheap Javelin unit. Of course, their usefulness is kind of limited by the fact that you have access to Levi Thuria spears, who also basically do the same job but are also spears at the end of the day. But I mean, these the Egyptian Javelin Men are much quicker when it comes to firing their javelins. They have a high 7, I believe. Yeah, they have a high 7 shots per minute. Let's go ahead and take a look. So these guys cost 380, the Levi Thuria spears. The Mercenary Kushite Shield Women 490, which is quite a big, you know, they're more expensive. Fuck, Jesus Christ. So 620 is the cost of the Mercenary Leopard Warriors. For that, this is not close to being good enough. They don't even have good health. So I think what I'm going to do is give them Scare and give them Cavalry Counter Tactics. Frenzy Charge is decent. It's actually a very decent, decent ability, because it makes them unbreakable. They're almost close to unbreakable with 65 base morale. But you can see they have very poor health, very poor armor. Really not a lot going for them. Maybe I can just make them a buffed up version of the Kushite Shield Women. Of course, the Leopard Warriors, the men will be much stronger than the women. They're also light, so they will get slaughtered on the charge. But if you can use them in a support role, they will be just absolutely deadly. I want to make them like that, but it's going to come into, like, you know, bring to question how expensive do you want a support unit really? The Egyptian Javelin are 340, so they're 40 tons cheaper than the Levi Thuria spears. They have a high 7 shots per minute, so they're very decent in that role. And the Nubian Bowmen costing 360. All right, Bay is calling me, so I gotta go. Thanks to you guys for your continued support on the Blade Balance mod. Hope you guys enjoyed this battle, and stay tuned for more.